Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your MLB baseball preview and prediction for a Tuesday, July 6th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your Ruby Tuesday. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are watching on a mobile device. Today's podcast brought to you by bullpenpicks.com. Anybody can play, anybody can join. Follow my selections each and every day right here at bullpenpicks.com. Go to most followed, look for the Expos logo, and you will find Ronnie Ray right here. And you can follow my picks. All you got to do is click the follow my picks link at the bottom, and then go to your following page, and you will be able to see my selections each and every day right here at bullpenpicks.com. There's the Expos logo, 4-7 yesterday. Not a great day. As I said, a lot of the underdogs were going to be able to cash in. And speaking of the underdogs, let's go right to the board. In fact, I talked about this yesterday. The favorites were on such a great run, and I said, watch out, bet wisely. And I said, if you're going to continue betting the way you are wagering, reduce your units, because it's good. Dog's Day afternoon is in the works, and sure enough, it was in the works yesterday on July 5th, the Monday, July 5th. The underdogs 9-2 yesterday. So guys, we talked about it all week that reversal was going to happen, and it happened on Monday. The over was 8-3 yesterday, and looking at the 7-day average on the over, 54.1% of the overs have cashed in the last 7 days, and on the favorites, we're still at 62.6. We're still in the bullish market, so I still recommend you watch your units, maybe bet 1 to 3 units until we get into a neutral market. All right, let's get to the scoreboard here today. We're going to kick it off at Citi Field between the New York Mets and the Milwaukee Brewers. Got a good pitching matchup here between Jacob deGrom and Brett Anderson. Now, when deGrom goes for the Mets, they are 10-4 in his starts, and when Anderson goes for the Brew Crew, they are 6-6. Milwaukee now on a 2-game losing streak, and if you look at the Mets record, they're 44-37 on the year, coming off that 4-2 win last night at Citi Field against the Brewers. And looking at the computer pick here, 3.5 to 1.07, the over-under land on 4.57, so it does like it to go under the total, and looking at the Kogo today is at 51%. However, big price tag here on Jacob deGrom, minus 260. Atlanta Braves taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now, the Braves losing big yesterday, 11-1 after that emotional win on Sunday. They couldn't back it up last night at PNC Park. In fact, the Pirates scored 11 on the Atlanta Braves. And today you got Chad Kuhl going up against Ian Anderson of the Atlanta Braves. Now, the Braves' last 2 games have gone over the total. Pittsburgh on a 2-game win streak. And looking at their chance of winning is at 48% compared to 59% on the percentage play favoring the Atlanta Braves. And we do like the Braves on the computer pick here on 8 previous selections. 4.9 to 4.6, the over-under set at 9.54. My line on the game, I had the Atlanta Braves up minus 135, and you can see they're overvalued at 187. Since there's no line on this game, I'll come back to it later in the day at the website. And LA Dodgers taking on the Miami Marlins. Now, the Dodgers losing last night to the Miami Marlins. That was a little bit of a surprise loss, but that line should have told you something, right? It was what, 150 for Walker Buehler day off, 155. And, the line will always tell you if there's something up, and sure enough, the Marlins come back. Those scrappy Miami Marlins, as I keep calling them. 5-4 win last night at the Loans Depot Park, I think it's called. And now looking at the price tag, 132. Again, here's another head scratcher. 132 is the line today on the LA Dodgers. Over-under set at 7.5. You got Pablo Lopez going for the Marlins. He's probably one of their best pitchers, along with Trev Rogers, up against Tony Gonsolin. And looking at the computer pick, 3.9 for LA, 3.6 for the Marlins. The over-under at 7.53. The last 2 games for Miami have gone over the total. Tigers taking on the Texas Rangers. Now, the Tigers winning last night 7-3. And looking at the computer pick, 4.6 for Texas, 4.12 for the Tigers. The over-under is set at 8.72. Jose Urena going to go here today for Detroit. He's up against Dane Dunning, and when Dunning goes for the Rangers, they're only 4-12 in his starts. Texas now on a 2-game losing streak, while the Tigers have won their last 3. Philadelphia, let's see if they left any runs on the board here for today. 13-3 win yesterday. And, man, when it rains, it pours in Chicago. They're on a 10-game slide right now. They haven't won in 10 games. And stay away from the Chicago Cubs. That's the only advice I can give you today until they start getting some W's. And Jake Arrieta, if you recall that, he was the one who got rocked in Milwaukee in the first inning. And we'll see how he makes up today. They're 6-10 Arrieta starts and 5-10-1 to the under. And they're up against a tough one here in Aaron Nola. But the computer pick going to lean with the Cubbies here, 5.2 to 4.09. The over-under at 9.32. 75% chance on the law of average favoring Chicago Cubs at 75% compared to 42% for the Philadelphia Phillies. Your Kogo at 53%. And my line on the game, I had the Cubs at minus 115. So they're overvalued, way overvalued on a 10-game losing streak at 154. Oakland taking on the Houston Astros. The game of the night will be tonight at Minute Maid Park. In fact, the Astros are going to send Framber Valdez to the hill. He's up against Chris Bassett of the Oakland Athletics. And when Bassett starts for Oakland, they are 13-4 in his starts, 7-10 to the under. And when Framber Valdez goes for Houston, now he only came back here about a month ago. They're 5-2 in his starts, 4-3 to the over-under. Houston on a 4-game win streak, and they're coming off a 4-3 win in their last game. And they're playing, on 1 day's rest. So is Oakland. Oakland at 1-0 loss on Sunday to the Bo Sox. 4.8 to 1.5 favoring Houston. The over-under at 6.38. Cincinnati taking on the Kansas City Royals. Now, we talked about this game yesterday. Vladimir Gutierrez, keep an eye on that guy. He's been pretty good in his starts. And Cincinnati Reds are let me see here. They're a road dog here today. Kansas City, a minus 130 favorite. The over-under set at 10.5. That's a high total. Luis Castillo going to go here for the Reds. They're 5-12 in Castillo starts. And Chris Bubit going to go here for the Royals. And the computer pick going to go with the road underdog here. 4.2 to 3.4. The over-under at 7.67. And looking at both these teams, Cincinnati now on a good run right here. They're on a 5-game win streak. And their last 5 have gone under the total. And first pitch tonight at Kauffman Stadium is at 8:10 Eastern. Chicago White Sox taking on the Minnesota Twins. Now, the Twins winning last night 8-5 against the White Sox. Now, Carlos Rodon going to go here for Chicago. He's up against their ace, Jose Barrios of the Minnesota Twins. Now, the Twins here on a 2-game win streak. And for the Chicago White Sox, they were on a 3-game slide, and their last 8 games have gone over the total. And the computer pick going to lean with the Twinkies here, 6.75 to 3.75, the over-under at 10.5. And looking at my line on the game, I had the White Sox at minus 167, and you can see you're getting a haircut here, or a bit of a discount, not a haircut, a 121 favorite here against the Minnesota Twins. All right, Boston Red Sox, 5-4 winners last night in L.A., and they're going to send Nathan Eovaldi to the hill today up against Shohei Ohtani of the LA Angels. And let me see here. The line's 125. My line on the game, I had the Boston Red Sox at minus 205. I also had the Angels at plus 104. So you're getting really good value here on LA. And computer pick, going to lean with the Bo Sox here. 6.1 to 5.1. The over-under at 11.22. Be careful in this game. Boston, one of the best road teams in the bigs. And I'll show you that in just a few seconds. All right, let's take a look at Colorado taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. Merrill Kelly going up against John Gray of Colorado. And the line has minus 129 for Arizona. The over-under set at 8.5. ATS forecast, computer pick, going to go with the Colorado Rockies. 5.3 to 5.07. The over-under at 10.46. And be careful in Colorado. Remember, we talk about all the time, Jekyll and Hyde. They're Jekyll at home and they hide on the road. And we'll see if what happens here tonight at Chase Field. The last 8 games for Colorado have gone under the total. And Arizona, every time you look, they keep losing. And they're on a 3-game losing streak. Both teams on 1 day's rest. Cardinals taking on the San Francisco Giants. Now, the Cardinals winning last night 5-3 over the Giants. And the computer pick going to lean with St. Louis. 4.3 to 3.6. The over-under at 8. You got Johnny Cueto going up against Adam Wainwright. So good pitch matchup here tonight at Oracle Park. And the bookmakers, wow, look at the price tag here. Minus 200 for San Fran. I had them at minus 216, but I also had the Cardinals at 171. So good value here on Adam Wainwright and the St. Louis Cardinals. And look at the chance of winning. The Cal in the percentage play is at 59%. And the New York Yankees, you know what? Perception versus reality. The perception is they're living on their reputation of their history. And I think the Yankees, I'll be honest, I don't think they should be favored in many games they are this season. I think they're a bit overvalued and overhyped. But because they're the Yankees, look at that. 156 with a 42-41 record up against another team who's 44-41 in Seattle, having a pretty good year. Justice Sheffield going to go up against Jameson Taillon, and they're 6-9 in Taillon starts, 9-5-1 to the over. And looking at the computer pick, going to go with the Yankees here based on 28 previous game. Now again, keep in mind, these are the computer averages over the 28 game span. So sometimes I get these questions, how come on bullpen picks your picks are different than the computer pick? These are the computer averages on the Raymond Report. And if you want my personal picks, They are free, and you can get them each and every day at bullpenpicks.com. So I just want to clarify that because sometimes there is a bit of confusion on that, right? And I get it. I get it because you hear me give out these picks all the time. You think these are my personal picks, but they're the computer average picks. All right, 5.6 to 4.3, the over-under at 9.94. And the last 5 games for the Yankees have gone over the total. And the last game of the evening is between the San Diego Padres and the Washington Nationals. You know what? The Nationals in the month of June have been a good team. And let's see here, 41-42 on the season up against the Padres, who are 50-37. Their last 2 have gone over. And you got Ryan Weathers going up against undecided, probably Corbin. Keep an eye, it might be Corbin here tonight. And we do like the Padres 5.8 to 4.5, the over-under at 10.34. And as I promised you, I'm going to take a look at the top teams right now in the major leagues on the road. And I'm pretty sure Boston is still one of the top teams. And let's go to MLB. There's Tampa Bay from last night. And let's go to straight up. And sure enough, San Francisco 27-19. And there's Boston 27-15. So Boston is one of the top teams on the road this season. All right. Everybody's favorite segment, the Trends Are Your Friends edition for a Tuesday, July 6th. And let's take a look, see if we got some good trends here. And got a good home dog trend. Look at that. The Angels 11-1 as they pick them the 120 home dog during the month of July, the last 5 years. So pretty good angle right there. The over 9-1 for the Twins as a 100-120 home underdog, coming off a 2-game win streak the last 6 years. Phillies are also 9-1 to the over as a 140-160 road underdog playing the month of July. Royals 9-1 as a 120-140 home favorite, coming off a National Central Division opponent the last 6 seasons. So that's a good 90% angle right there. And the Mets 16-3 as a home team after a non-division game this season. So the Mets might be a good play against the Brew Crew here tonight. And let's go to the Atlanta Braves 15-3 as a 160-180 road favorite after a non-division game the last 10 years. But I don't think I'll touch the Braves right now because they're still a team with a losing record. And you know my rule, I don't bet on bad teams that have losing records that are below 500, right? And let's try to find one good one here before we go. Let's see if we can find a current season. Let's go to this one here. The New York Giants. Here we go, football again, right? The San Francisco Giants 9-2 as a home team, coming off a loss this season. I love those type of trends. Those law of average trends, 81.8%. And you are getting Johnny Cueto tonight against, who did we say they're playing? Let me go to the scorecard. And let me see here. We'll go back here. And we'll go back right here. Nope. We'll just go back to Johnny Cueto. And who they playing? San Fran. All right, here we go. Survey says, oh yeah, Adam Wainwright. That's right. All right, there you have it. That is the Raymond Report Baseball Edition for a Ruby Tuesday, July 6th. Don't forget, folks, you can get my picks each and every day right here at bullpenpicks.com. Go to Most Followed, click on Follow My Picks, go to your following, and you can see the players that I'm following right now. There's Muss. He's got his picks up here today. And what you want to do is once you put in your picks, follow the people you're following, get a consensus, and this way you can string along a nice consensus, strong play for yourself. And right now, the hottest pickers are Lee C. Clark, 18-8 the last 2 days, and Justin, MLB Game Picks, 18-8. Those are your hottest pickers right now at bullpenpicks.com. Again, anybody can play, anybody can join. Sign up for free at bullpenpicks.com. Folks, have yourself a great rest of your Ruby Tuesday. As always, shop for value, play those percentages. We'll see you back shortly with another Raymond Report. Cheers.